So, guys, please try and subscribe if you are interested in updates and the rest of them. And then I have a special prayer for you. If only you can just click the subscribe button. So let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen,
Notary Mati Bunulong Yung Maisumon. Ang kinigin na nakasagi ng mga bastos sa mga 103.5 FM. Watch it at Tuesday. Ahia for Mahulang Wachi, the 1 September 2022. Ikejina Boko Jikata and Neferasa Novi newspaper headlines. I can walk you so gaseous when Lachika so make you put a like you can down to a man and a kind. Now before I could go to teach you. Ay nadia, manera, hindi. Hindi niso nirani mabunika nakatagata ay marami koma niso nirani no di newspaper headlines na EBEONADI. Kaba na Facebook page ani mo istirani uzi na WhatsApp mo pa na SMS ani mo 08096661034. Iwete mo ani mo ni stream ay online na mixlr.com/gistfm. Ay siya ko the Vanguard, Punch, Tribune, Nation, Daily Trust, Aijikwa, Abubuo Guardian, Sun, This Day, Yana, Abubuo Niger. So, a humble
And I'm Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper. Lagos impounds 40 illegally parked trailers under Costain flyover bridge. Delta, youths protest death of 4 in auto crash. Firm canvasses business transition to cloud. The delicate ethno-religious road to 2023, part 2. As NFF president, I will restructure football administration holistically, says Yola. 729 children in Niger community at risk of child labor re-enrolled in school. Akwa Ibom Group asks federal government to revoke pipeline contract to non-indigenous. Kogi won't circumvent Supreme Court on community dispute with Enugu, says government. Coalition threatens protest over failed Rivers roads, attacks on travelers. PDP shifts, Monarch hail Ayade over Ogoja rice mill. United Nations Development Project, INEC, move for improved election management ahead 2023 general elections. Aggrieved Kaduna APC aspirants agree to drop court cases, support Oba Sani. Court dismisses suit seeking disqualification of Abu as Taraba PDP Guba candidate. Imo State University announces studies resume today. Enugu, Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority sign agreement on takeover of diagnostic center. Human Rights Writers Association backs Buhari on cause of insecurity. Imo Labour Party members protest, demand sack of chairman over alleged compromise. Imo Labour Party members protest, demand sack of chairman over alleged compromise. How manufacturing sector can overcome current economic challenges by farmers count losses as flood ravages 150,000 hectares in Northeast. Cleric urges government to support private sector on job creation. Taiwo Afolabi mourns twin brother. Bakare Bridge Foundation seeks better well-being for underprivileged in rural communities. Police recruitment, Police Service Commission, Inspector General to meet Minister over constitutional mandate. Nigeria Communication Commission to generate 500 billion naira from 5G spectrums auctioning. Flooding. 14 die as Niger State Emergency Management Agency cautions communities against activities on river banks. Asu Saga. Why government should not be blamed over prolonged strike. Asu Saga. Why government should not be blamed over prolonged strike. United Nations Central Emergency Response Fund releases 10 million naira to solve food security issues in Northeast. Relocate communities at risk of flooding now. National Emergency Management Agency urges governors. Relocate communities at risk of flooding now. National Emergency Management Agency urges governors. Nigeria restates commitment to protection of intellectual property. National Youth Service Corps kickstarts 2022 annual sports cultural festival. New Police Service Commission boss pledges to interface with Minister, Inspector General of Police on mandate. Federal government urges ECOWAS to support security sector reform. Onwodeli assumes duty as acting auditor general for the Federation. Tinubu loyalists tip Boratai for security role in APC campaign council. United Nations Development Project. Okay, we've taken this. Court to deliver ruling in federal government's prayer to end ASU strike Wednesday. Davido accuses Governor Oyetola of spreading lies. Evans, accomplice jailed 21 years for kidnapping, collecting $420,000. JAMB conducts supplementary UTME for 67 candidates. Federal government to deploy present-day technology in tackling well insecurity, minister says. Nigeria restates, we've taken this. And finally, travelers groan as National Association of Nigerian Students blocks Lagos Airport over ASU strike.
Now, Daily Trust, 3 killed in Benue village. 3 killed in Benue village. Media Trust trains reporters on multi-platform investigative journalism. Media Trust trains reporters on multi-platform investigative journalism. Medication errors underreported, says federal government. Medication errors underreported, says federal government. Delta 2023. Northern groups endorse Omar Gedi. Delta 2023. Northern groups endorse Omar Gedi. 2023. Iwo Islamic Cultural Center organizes prayer for Tinubu. Iwo Islamic Cultural Center organizes prayer for Tinubu. National Assembly transmits startup bill to Buhari. National Assembly transmits startup bill to Buhari. 2023 campaigns. Lawan, Baja, Jega, Kuka caution against hate speech. Can Pomo be really banned in Nigeria? My daughter died while trying to help feed the family. Mother of girl 14 killed in Jos village. Why Buhari laughs at last? Autumn to PDP. Ignore Wike at your peril. Continuous voters registration. Why 7 million applicants were not captured? INEC. Placeholder. Court rejects PDP's plea to disqualify Tinubu Obi. COVID-19 still a threat. Get vaccinated. Federal government tasks health workers against medication errors. Maternity mortality. Nasarawa government tasks women on family planning. SNEPC to shut down 200,000 BPD Bonga vessel for maintenance. Costa Ken donates education materials to Lagos schools. FBS Re-Insurance Munich train African insurers. FBS Re-Insurance Munich train African insurers. NUPRC gazettes one oil industry regulation, complete 5 others. 2023. I will pull Nigerians out of poverty, ensure economic growth. Obi. Jazz Bank appoints Dr. Sirajo Salisu as Managing Director (CEO). Buhari to unveil Nigeria's integrated national financing framework in New York. Why we are investing hugely in power, agri, other sectors, IDB. Disquiet over selection of core investors for Nigeria Air. Man, 23, remanded for raping minor in Kano. Para schools resume. Man arrested for stealing sheep in Jigawa. Women, children flee 8 FCT villages over bandits' threat. Man cuts off rival's wrist over girl. Court jails 2 tramadol smugglers 8 years. Gunmen storm church vigil, abduct pastor, 2 others. Kano Chinese community condemns Umitia's killing. Victim of teenage pregnancy recounts ordeal, wants social support system. Lasma impounds 40 trucks for parking under pedestrian bridge. What principal accused of abusing 7 female students told us? School management. How woman pursuing hobby with side chick was killed in car crash in Calabar. Security. 9 kids hidden in container from Kano intercepted in Kaduna. 9 kids hidden in container from Kano intercepted in Kaduna. Nigeria avoiding Lebanon sectarian trap. Federal government woken up. Egoism in Nigeria's political leadership. Egoism in Nigerian political leadership. Oil theft. Bob stops at President Buhari's table. Improving subnational physical hygiene. Tribute for Fayemi, it's morning yet. Akwa Ibom building collapse. Survivors in stable condition, says government. Buhari congratulates NDLEA on drug bust. A time to engage reverse gear. My appointment as Tinubu campaign youth coordinator surprising. Yahaya Bello. Federal government considers pay rise for workers over inflation. 2023, Lalong can't deliver plateau to Tinubu rep. Story building collapses in Jos. Queen's coffin lowered into royal vault. JAMB to conduct supplementary exam for 67 candidates. NDLEA's 193 billion naira worth cocaine seizure, higher than individual budget of 7 states. Funeral ceremony of Queen Elizabeth II. Imo Varsity pulls out of ASUU strike, asks students to resume Tuesday. Osibanjo, Queen Elizabeth's funeral, testament to brotherhood among nations. Blasphemy, court awards 10 million naira fine against Sheikh Abdul Jabbar. Nigeria Economic Summit Group postpones economic summit to November. Police Service Commission management to meet IGP, Minister over police recruitment promotion. Flood killed 300, displaced 100,000 in 8 months. National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA). 2023. Yahaya Bello's appointment will galvanize youth for Tinubu APC group. NDLEA makes largest cocaine seizure. Drug recovers drug worth 193 billion naira in Lagos warehouse. Obasanjo, I had a perfect relationship with Queen Elizabeth II. Placeholders: Court dismisses PDP suit against Tinubu Obi. Strike: Court to rule on federal government suit against ASUU Wednesday. Injustice has been meted out to Wike. It must be addressed. Autumn: Bandits kill driver, abduct passengers in Katsina. Property: Judge withdraws from developer's trial amid pressure. The law should take its course. Kano Chinese community breaks silence on Umitia's murder. Multiple fly rescheduled as students paralyze activities at Lagos Airport. Akin Mabugbinje, Nigerian urban Mabugbinje, Nigerian urban geographer who mapped the origin and trends of African cities. Kidnapping: Evans, co-defendant, bags 78 years. The war bids adieu to Queen Elizabeth II. African player in Europe, Awoniyi scores, Buffal sees red. Strike: Gbajabiamila to meet Education Minister, ASUU Tuesday. Sheikh Dawood advice on marrying Chinese lover before she was killed. Many stranded as angry students block Lagos Airport Road over ASUU strike. Governors threat to Nigeria's democracy. Rally Naaba. IGP probes failure to produce businessman's killer in court. Ebe a ka ọ bụrụ n'isi njedebe na Daily Trust.
And now we move over to the Punch newspaper. Police Service Commission, Inspector General of Police to meet over constables recruitment. JAMB organizes mop-up UTME for 67 candidates. Federal government clears $4 million scholarship debt after Punch report. Family seeks Ogun governor's intervention in Kingmaker's crisis. Group commends military on anti-terrorism fight. World leaders, 4 billion audience bid Queen Elizabeth farewell. Lagos government demolishes illegal structures in Lekki. Wrong medications. Measure costs of deaths, health workers. Students target Apapa port after airport road blockade. National Assembly resumes 2023 budget. Chief Justice of Nigeria confirmation top agenda. Nnamdi Kanu suffering from intestine disorder, says lawyer. Delta community protest alleges government encroaching on land. Avoid medication errors. Lagos government advises health providers. Implement merit-based policies, Sanwo-Olu tells agencies. Nasarawa lawmakers seek relief for flood victims. How Abia police arrested bullion van robbery suspects. Emulate Awolowo. Azikiwe, Borotai tax APC youths. Equatorial Guinea abolishes death penalty. Lagos State Traffic Management Authority impounds 40 trailers, prosecutes offenders. Uzodimma receives new Imo speaker, Ndo. I am still young. Bello defends new APC appointment. What hashtag NSAS protesters should have done, Yahaya Bello. Buhari to launch Nigeria's $100 billion Sustainable Development Goal Financing Framework. Resumption Directive. Stop deceiving students. ASU mocks varsities. 2023. Court nullifies KB PDP rep candidate election. Umai behind attack on obedience. Assembly candidates alleges. Nigeria's debt hit 42.8 trillion naira amid shrinking revenue. Akeredolu lauds northern governors for accepting state police. National Association of Nigerian Students differ on Ilorin airport protest. And still on the story is making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Imo gets 4 speakers in 3 years. Queen Elizabeth II carried herself with dignity. Obasanjo. Strike, join protest. Students group urges students. NCC to earn 500 billion naira from 5G spectrum's auction. INEC reacts to alleged 7 million uncompleted registration. Gunmen kill unidentified man. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency seizes 194 billion naira cocaine, arrest 5. Queen Elizabeth II's coffin lowered into royal vault. I've paid 30 million naira ransom for church priest, Kuka. Anambra monarch decries alleged dethronement, insists he's unaware. Police respects human rights, detests indiscipline. Force public relation officer. Bandits kidnap 40 worshippers, demand 200 million naira ransom. Southern Kaduna People's Union. National Youth Service Corps kicks off annual sports cultural festival. Man chops off friend's wrist over girlfriend tussle. Travelers stranded as protesting students ground airport. 2023, aggrieved Kaduna APC aspirants withdraw court cases. 2 arraigned for misleading police in Edo. Kanu Chinese community condemns killing of Buhari. Kanu Chinese community condemns killing of Umukom's son, Buhari. Protesting residents seal Delta State University Teaching Hospital over alleged land encroachment. Court rules on federal government suit against ASU Wednesday. Bandits kill 4, abduct 15 in Niger. ASU strike. National Association of Nigerian Students threatens to occupy Kwara Airport. Protest. Ex-MBA president stranded at airport backs students. Imo Assembly removes Speaker. Surveillance contract, Olu of Warri, not company owner. Placeholder, court dismisses PDP suit against Tinubu Obi. Google mistakenly paid man over $200,000 without bill. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Ọ dị mma ka anyị menye anya n'akụkọ Vanguard newspaper. The Canaries fly their flag again. The Canaries fly their flag again. Row over aviation labor rights. Row over aviation labor rights. ASU, travelers stranded. We won't leave airport until strike is called off, says National Association of Nigerian Students. Oil, oil subsidies organized crime, Peter Obi. Oil subsidies organized crime, Peter Obi. How NDLEA uncovered cocaine warehouse in Ikorodu, seized 193 billion naira worth of crack. 2023. Some PDP governors, leaders working for Tinubu. Source. Why Tinubu Why Tinubu is not doing live interview? Kiamu Bami Vetan. Why Tinubu is not doing live interviews? Kiamu Bami Vetan. Bandits abduct over 45 persons in southern Kaduna Church. Demand 200 million naira ransom. Police parade ex-DSS officer. 9 suspects over bullion van robbery in Abia. Auctioned vehicle. Mother, son receive over 100 million naira donations from public. I've paid 30 million naira ransom to secure fellow clergyman, reveals Kuka. I have paid 30 million naira ransom to secure fellow clergymen, reveals Kuka. Kanu's health worsening in DSS detention. Lawyer. Kanu's health worsening in DSS detention. Lawyer. APC is party to beat in 2023, says Buratai. APC is party to beat in 2023, says Buratai. Airport shut down. Police urges para students to shun protest. Airport shut down. Police urges para students to shun protest. 20 companies pay 211.5 million naira charges for defaulting in pension remittances. SEC, UBA, Fidelity, others harp on value-added export-driven economy. NBBC, it's Edo's turn to produce managing director. Group, IPDI asks military to withdraw from Rivers communities. PZL Insurance grows VAT by 75.5%. Unease in insurance sector over appointment of Nikon chairman. King Charles III, Meghan, others emotional during Queen Elizabeth II's funeral service. Queen Elizabeth finally buried beside husband Prince Philip. Evans, accomplice jailed 21 years for kidnapping, collecting $420,000 ransom. Ranching, only panacea to insecurity, food shortage. Abubakar, CEO L&Z Integrated Farms. International Human Rights Commission appoints Duru ambassador, head of diplomatic mission in Nigeria. Borno government presents relief materials to thousands of flood disaster victims in Dikwa. Pipeline surveillance. People opposed to Tompolo must girl child education. Women empowerment will reduce poverty in Africa. Sanusi. Enugu government. NSI sign agreement on takeover of state medical diagnostic center. I'll overhaul security architecture to set new order for economy. Obi, NCC to generate 500 billion naira from 5G spectrums auctioning. Building collapses in Jos. No death. Flood kills 300 displaces 100,000 in 2022. NEMA. Anyị ga-azụ ahịa, anyị laghachite azụ, anyị ewee gaa n'ihu kpọpụtara gị ihe dị n'akwụkwọ akụkọ ndị ọzọ. Anyị na-abịa.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and or write to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asukoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that the complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, phone number, email, and amend your signature. Note that the complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting. Tabernacle Praise and Adoration Ministry presents September to Remember 2022 edition. Destroying the Strongholds Ministry Post. Apostle Dr. John Okara, Dr. David Elijah, guest speaker, brother Israel IML, guest artist. Guest artist, brother Uche. Minister Ginika Majuku and the performing singers is happening on Wednesday 28th and Thursday 29th of September 2022. Tabernacle Praise Adoration Ministry Idiadu. Time is 10 o'clock p.m. daily. For prayers and seats reservation, call 07033881224. Call on of testimonies. Brother, my sister, the reason why most people they go naked on social media platforms like TikTok and Facebook to attract audiences because they lack media skills in this age. Professional media skills such as camera operation, film editing are needed for everyday life, and it gives you an edge for Our Productions presents to you the opportunity to be trained in the areas of film editing, film production, video coverage, online promotion. This skill acquisition program is designed to empower students who want more income to enable them to schools, businessmen and women, anyone who wants to open streams of income. To enroll, call 08039167049 or you pick up your forms at EBEONADI 103.5 FM, European Hotel, opposite the Wicked Boys, or come to Before Road, Kogidi, Anambra State. Registration ends on the 30th of September 2022. Bapowa Productions, be empowered.
Dagonika Noyana, no longer Susebona, the 103.5 FM, Lubin newspaper headlines. Bubble News streaming online. Governor mixli.com/gistfm. Makandi Facebook page and Makobere network problem and here network. Biko zitere anyị akwụkwọ na WhatsApp ma ọkwa na SMS anyị bụ 08096661035. Ka anyị gaa n'ihu kpụchapụrụ gị ihe dị n'akwụkwọ ndị ọzọ.
And now we move over to the Nation newspaper. Oni, who will promote Nigerian goods through Ojaja Mall. Farming community gets cooperative, seeks support. 420 retirees learning to be self-reliant. Adopt electronic evidence in electoral litigation. 2023 polls. Tinubu is formidable Southern candidate, says Omo Agege. Primaries. Courts set aside PDP KB reps candidates election. Report health workers malpractice, negligence, minister urges. Explosion rocks bar in Taraba. Nigeria needs law to protect digital rights. Police parade ex-DSS man, 9 others over bullion van robbery. No policeman has right to slap civilian, says Falana. Book honoring. The Nation columnist Omota say Eriye Orukorode for lunch Thursday. National Assembly transmits startup bill to Buhari. ASU strike. National Association of Nigerian Students threatens to occupy Kwara Airport. Why? Okay, we're taking this. Oyo, Ogun lead in daily petrol consumption. NMPC. Obi will lose in Ondo. Kingsmen declare. Strike. Reps. ASU meets over face-off with government Tuesday. Division in Southwest PDP over Ayu must go agitation. And lastly, Oshun 2022, Adeleke admits there was overvoting in 6 polling units.
Now, this day newspaper. At LCCI Forum, Obi pledges to ensure total privatization. At LCCI Forum, Obi pledges to ensure total privatization. Hooker, Nigeria doesn't need Messiah in 2023. Hooker, Nigeria doesn't need Messiah in 2023. Governors brainstorm to block tax leakages, improve internally generated to EFCC arraigns Obasanjo's brother-in-law, John Abebe. University students paralyze activities at Lagos Airport. Prudential Zenith Life Insurance records 75% profit growth. Buhari to launch Nigeria's financial framework. Kyari, 3.4 trillion naira needed to subsidize 66 million liters daily. Portugal says it may face shortages next winter. In talk with US envoy on climate, Elumelu calls for regional shipping line to commence operation in Q1. NUPRC begins stakeholders consultation on frontier. Flood. National Emergency Management Agency summons stakeholders meeting. Planned indefinite shutdown of Oyinbo. Declaration of war. Employees of my relatives died in ill-fated train attack. Federal government pledges to adjust workers' salaries in line with economic reality. Autumn. PDP internal mechanism to solve party crisis has failed. Allegation of kidney harvesting. Ex-minister pleads. Evans, ex-soldier, jailed 21 years for kidnapping, collecting $420,000 for ransom. NSCDC arrests 19 suspected crude oil thieves in Rivers. Enugu government, NSIA sign agreement on takeover. Court throws out PDP suit seeking to disqualify Tinubu Obi. Imo Assembly gets fourth speaker in one term. Lagos Assembly court orders INEC to recognize Komu. Anambra monarchs task subject on need to collect. Aggrieved Kaduna APC member aside. Federal government tasked to save Abuja original inhabitants. Akponudodehe supports victim of collapsed building. Sales rep backs 4% for stealing. Cold awakening for Yelwa Shandam IDPs. How media framing of sexual violence leads to victim. Youth leader alleges threat to life. Seeks police protection. Abdu Aboki bows out of judiciary after over 40 years. 2023, Lawan Bajabiamila tasks presidential candidates. ICE, ICE commercial power to provide renewable. Edo begins rehabilitation of country hope. Limit Road. NIQS Family Homes to sign MOU on training. S&P near-term oil price to peak at $55 per barrel. Lagos State Law Pavilion sign agreement on e-publishing. Court jurisdiction on claims for compensation on land. There is a total feeling of unease. There is a total feeling of unease in Nigeria now. The limits of political violence. Depleting number of Supreme Court justice worries CJN. Amotekun call and community policing. P2B has tough as nails. Angola, Algeria, Kenya, Zimbabwe and Africa's civil society call for global mobilization to address climate. Court throws out PDP suit is seeking disqualification of Tinubu Obi. NLC at 40. Federal government pledges to adjust workers' salaries in line.
And now we'll continue with the Premium Times. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency busts singular cocaine seizure in Nigeria's history. Ex-Governor Lamido has case to answer over alleged 712 million naira fraud, court rules. 383 Nigerian tech startups raised over $2 billion in 7 years, report. With 5 million naira, you can smuggle trucks of petroleum out of Nigeria, officials tells reps. 2023, PDP goes spiritual as pastors, imams pray inside Wayne in Ogun. My relationship with Queen Elizabeth Obasanjo. They forged my signature. Bronu PDP senatorial candidate denies withdrawing from race. World Patient Safety Day. Under reported medication errors cause danger to patients, official. I'm not Superman, but I'll end oil theft, government leakages, P2B. Lawan, Bajabiamila canvass issue-based campaigns ahead of 2023 polls. National Association of Nigerian Students protest. Touts in BRICS businesses at Lagos Airport as stranded travelers scamper for flights. Police react to video of civilians assaulting officers in uniform. Lagos government impounds trailers under bridges to prosecute owners. Anambra safer under my administration. Soludo. Court jails teacher for sexually assaulting students. COVID-19. American president says pandemic is over. Jigawa flood. Death tolls rises to 92 as governor travels on holiday. Jigawa flood. Death toll rises to 92 as governor travels on holiday. Court to rule on ASU strike Wednesday. Evans accomplice jailed 21 years for kidnapping. MRA sues MBC for refusing to disclose details of broadcasting stations' license fees. Strike. Reps to meet Adamu, ASU others on Tuesday. Auction vehicles. Jandor hits back at APC over criticisms of visit to families. ASU strike. Commuters stranded in Lagos as protesting students block airport road. And lastly, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency uncovers cocaine hidden in deodorant can, lip gloss tubes at Lagos Airport.
A Sun newspaper. NDLEA bust cocaine warehouse seizes 193 billion naira track in Lagos. NDLEA bust cocaine warehouse seizes 193 billion naira car in Lagos. Evans, accomplice, jailed 21 years for kidnapping, collecting $420,000. Angry students block Lagos Airport Road, target seaport. Buhari to launch Nigeria's integrated financial framework in New York. Bullion van attack. Abia police nab ex-DSS officer, brother, 8 other suspects. Federal government ASUU no fate tomorrow. 2023. Lawan Rajabiamila, Kuka set agenda for candidates. I will overhaul security architecture to set new order for economy. Obi, Dangote, MTN, Glo lead at 2022 top 50 brands Nigeria. Government behind government behind oil theft. Obi, government behind oil theft. Obi, Enugu government, Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority sign agreement on takeover of Medical Diagnostic Center. Obi groups train election monitors. How innovation increase state IGR to 1.7 trillion naira. Filing. How innovation increases state internally generated revenue to 1.7 trillion naira. Filing. We need 3.7 trillion naira to subsidize PMS in 2022. Kyari. Road to 2023: Why Atiku will not tackle insecurity if elected. Akawo, Rivers PDP chair. Road to 2023: Rufus in Bayelsa PDP. AP. Road to 2023: Rufus in Bayelsa PDP. APC over defections. Court dismisses PDP suit against Tinubu Obi over placeholders. Patriots Roundtable pitches camp with Tinubu. Court nullifies PDP KB reps candidate election. Ayade doesn't deserve Cross River People's mandate again. Senator Jaribe plans to shut down Ladipo Oyimbo Market. Economic attacks on Igbo Labour Party. INEC dismisses economic attacks on Igbo Labour Party. INEC dismisses denying 7 million Nigerians registration. Nigerian Northern Group okays Bello's new APC campaign role. Northern Group okays Bello's new APC campaign role. Kaduna APC aggrieved aspirants collapse structures into campaign council. PDP Anyanwu rallies support for candidates campaign team. 2023. Lawan Gbajabiamila Kuka set agenda for candidates. Court dismisses PDP suit against Tinubu Obi over placeholders deputies. Okay.
And now we move over to the Premium Times.
Ọ dị mma netwọk na-enye anyị obere nsogbu ka anyị menye anya n'ozi ndị mmadụ zitere WhatsApp na SMS. Ọ bụrụ na ị na-ege anyị ntị, ị na-ezite ozi na Facebook peji anyị. N'ụtụtụ anyị nwere obere ihe nhịarụ na netwọk anyị, biko zitere anyị akwụkwọ na WhatsApp maọkwa na SMS na 08096661035 na 1035. Na MS anyị ji ma akwụkwọ si n'aka Honorable Osakwe. Litigation and abuse of power now the order of the day. PDP, APC cannot salvage this country as they are birds of the same feather. Monday has become continuous relaxation in the southeast. Who is to be blamed? Things uh, things have fallen apart and the center cannot hold. The anger associated to our students staying at home for no just reason may lead to anarchy in this nation, as the government and ASU are playing pranks with the future of our younger generation. They are only playing politics. All these so-called pastors raping women every now and then are agents of darkness, not men of God. Most women are the cause because they are deceitful and regard this these so-called pastors more than their spouses. May God help us. Daalụ rinne. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka Evangelist Eze Boniface from Nkpor. Evangelists say why government should not be blamed over Asu Saga. My question: if government is not to be blamed, who is to be blamed? Citizens are yearning for a better life because their leaders have failed from their primary responsibilities, which is to secure their lives and property and also to bring those social amenities they are enjoying abroad back home like good roads, electricity, quality education for their children, quality health care, adequate security, and many more. That is why I have been advocating for total turnaround in Nigeria leadership position. Sincerely speaking, APC and PDP must give way to a new Nigeria through our PVC, which is the normal process, who will at least have sympathy and listen to the cry of the masses. Dalorinne Evangelist Boniface Ezebo. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka um, Paul from Umoba Anam Nnamdi. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu health was in danger before anything happened. For Nnamdi Kanu's life, we and Nigeria, okay, akwụkwọ gị ezobe ezobiko Dalorinne izitere m n'akwụkwọ. Eji m akwụkwọ si n'aka Injinia Ogbuewu Martin Peter. Okay, Injinia Ogbuewu Martin. Peter Obi is the best candidate. Okay, daalụ rinne. Um, onye ọzọ m jikwa akwụkwọ ya okay, afọrọ m afịa and akwụkwọ ya ebidoro n'isi o bidoro n'etiti. Daalụ daalụ rinne. Egbunike Udobe from Achala, akwụkwọ nke ebidokwa n'isi ha ncha niile dịka ife netwọk na-eme. Those those endorsing APC candidates at state and federal level are enemies of progress. Okay? Gathering Ebunike Udobe. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka Simon Nwafọ Ezofoma Esquire from Oka. I support Peter Obi. That government is behind oil. Okay, I support Peter Obi. That government is behind oil theft. Daalụ Simon Ezewafọ. Ọ dị mma na WhatsApp page. Eji m akwụkwọ si n'aka Edozie Ezebinobu, onye Osilebunike. In spite of the outrageous borrowings and Abacha loot recoveries, the federal government has successfully secured the country is still plunged into a disastrous financial deficit. This is what you get when you borrow to squander rather than to invest, which is now the bane to Nigeria's economic retrogression. Few Nigerians have money, but Nigeria does not have money. Your Honorable Minister for Works and Housing is a lawyer by profession, while that of his transport counterpart studied English literature. What do you stand to gain from them? Inefficiency, because they are all a square peg in a round hole. And that is what we get when we choose nepotism instead of competence. Dalvin Edozie Ezebinobo. Daniel Tito from Awada. Bandits abduct citizens and demand ransom. Please, my question is, what is the meaning and the importance of NIN since over 1 year now? This exercise is in progress, yet have not seen any good coming out of it. Rather, I see waste of money and time. The bandits can't be tracked. Who is fooling who? Dalurinne. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka Valentine Ekene. Teachers or lecturers are those who are running helter-skelter to put knowledge in upstairs of youngsters of Nigeria, yet they have not been paid for a long time now. Taking ASU to court will crush our education into two and cause brain drain. None of the senators' children nor House of Reps' kids, even ministers, are schooling here in Nigeria. That is why they don't want to deliberate on how to put this to an end, though they know answer to the question, which is money. Nigeria government never think on how to pay lecturers, but went ahead to build railway that links to Niger Republic and never bought fleets of vehicles and even bought fleets of vehicles with huge cash for them. Yet Mr. President still finds it difficult to pay ASU in his own country. In fact, Western education is gradually coming to an end. If ugly characters of our leaders will not be restrained. Valentine Edele from Dalorime. Chike Okoye. Why Tinubu is not doing live interview? Kiamu. Many factors behind that. Firstly, Tinubu is shy to campaign on media because of his ill health. Secondly, his incapacitation is another factor that will always make him not to do live interview on media. Government behind oil theft. Obi, president candidate of Labour Party, narrated it all because federal government know the people behind and the sponsors of the oil thieves in the country. Okay, daalụ nne. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka Paje from Olu. Peter Obi should be given chance to correct democratic system of governance. Ọ dị mma, daalụ nne. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka Donna Obidike from Ugboji. Closing Ladipo Market is a calculated attempt to displace Igbos in Lagos ahead of 2023. Anyị ekele unu ncha niile ndị zitere anyị akwụkwọ mana SMS na WhatsApp. Ya dị n'ụlọ mbute ndị nọ na Facebook page maka obere ihe ndị arụsị n'aka ndị netwọk wee bịara anyị n'ọtụtụ. Mana anyị na-asị unu na echi niile ka dịkwa maka na anụ gbana taa echi niile dịkwa. Aha m bụ Dịba
And I'm Martin.
ka ọ dị echi. Ndewo.
So please subscribe, huh? Subscribe, and then you get more updates. Thank you.